B Property 啦。今日我都好榮幸請到我哋嘅 consultant 啊 Nigel， 咁佢其實就本身就係做咗40幾年嘅 furniture business， 同埋咧佢投資咗
30幾年，
英國物業都有20幾30年。咁佢通常嘅投資策略就係話買啲比較殘舊嘅屋啦，會做 refurbish 啦，臨尾就再賣出。咁佢因為佢有做家私嘅緣故，佢當然會做 staging， 擺好啲家私靚靚仔仔咁樣，可以令到更多人喺網上面睇到個 property 有興趣，咁從而可以增加嗰個容易賣出去啦。咁今日我都想即係趁住阿 Nigel 喺度，我哋就想問下佢，不如講下佢由第一次買物業，可能中間犯過啲咩錯，或者新手投資者需要注意啲乜嘢？因為坊間我諗太多資訊咧，大家有時都可能太混亂。咁我希望真係有個當地嘅英國人，佢經歷咁多年嘅物業投資嘅 journey， 真係可以 share 一啲 tips 俾大家去講下，等大家唔好犯同樣嘅錯誤。好唔好？
So Nigel, welcome to our channel today.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure to have host you. We want you to know because you've been doing investment business for the past 30 odd years.
Yeah.
Have you made any mistake? Have you always earned money or have you lost money before?
I remember one. I've always normally stuck to smaller properties.
Yeah.
So normally 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
So terrace house.
A terraced house, or if it's made out of stone, it's called a cottage.
Yeah.
So
cottage.
I was always my main strategy is buy, renovate, sell. I also buy, renovate, and hold on to and rent out.
Right.
But I like buying and selling. So I remember once I was doing one cottage after another 2-bedroom terrace, another one, and basically the same thing in each one. You know, white walls, redecorating, new kitchen, new bathroom, everything.
Yeah.
But then I bought a 3-bedroom detached house.
All right.
Yeah. I actually didn't do a lot of work on it. I think it was a redecorating, new floor, a new bathroom. I remember now. And I put a lot of my investment money straight away into it. I put £55,000 or £60,000 in it on a buy-to-let deal, but I was going to flip the deal. Anyway, it turned out it wouldn't sell for the price I wanted, so I had to keep it. So I think we always got to keep in mind, no matter what strategy you're doing, I always think you've got to be pessimistic, not optimistic, which means you've got to think of the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
We was talking to one of B Property Company's clients earlier on about being realistic sometimes about the deal. Because I think a lot of people on the internet, they're saying, oh, you can make thousands in property, you don't need anything up front, and everything's fantastic. Well, sometimes it's not. I've made a lot of money with property, but it's been hard work. So yeah, I have made a mistake by buying the wrong one, which is easily done. And I think as a foreign investor, well,
It's a lot harder then.
a lot harder than being on the ground. You don't speak the language, you don't understand the culture,
And you
don't
know the area.
you don't know the good areas and the bad areas, you don't know the schools. You definitely need either somebody here that you know very, very well, or you need the professional opinion and services of a proper property company, of which Big Property Company is. I've known Lewis and Rebecca for 3 years. I was very happy to go to their wedding last year, or this year, was it this year?
This year, January.
This year, that's gone quick.
Nigel 嘅意見都好寶貴，因為身為一個英國人，佢都有犯過即係買樓嘅錯誤，尤其是而家坊間好多即係唔同嘅交易人買英國樓或者 sell 英國樓嘅盤啊 HMO 嗰啲，咁大家都要真係認真去計算當地嘅需求或者背後可能付出嘅額外支出，因為投資往往唔係單睇個回報，都要睇背後嘅維修成本。尤其是我 partner Rebecca 啦，佢都係個 letting agent， 咁佢知道 HMO 嘅管理同 single buy to let 其實又係截然唔同嘅，咁所以變相其實件事係好複雜，要大家真係深思熟慮。尤其是就算好似啱啱 Nigel 講，佢會買啲殘嘅屋翻嚟要去再翻新咧，當中咧佢 同唔同嘅可能合作嘅 builder 啊，各樣嘢咧都係有意外嘅，因為依邊嘅人係尤其是英國嘅 culture 咧，都係可能冇咁 efficient 啦，比較 laid back 啦，所以變咗我哋睇呢啲 project 咧，尤其是要大執嗰啲屋咧，係好難會即係會有意外嘅發生，所以我諗第一次新手嘅投資者啦 ，first time investor 咧，真係要考慮清楚自己有冇咁嘅風險承擔能力，可以兼顧到當中嘅損失。
So Nigel, what is your tips for first-time investors? Should they target smaller projects?
You know, there's so much on the internet saying HMO, big capital yield for the investment employed, huge growth. HMO is a fantastic way of making money for a seasoned investor. For somebody who's got maybe 3 or 4 buy-to-lets and wants to go that little bit further, because a HMO, especially now with COVID, because you know you've got single people living together in one home. One's noisy, one's not noisy. One wants to use the fridge. One person's arguing against the other. It's difficult.
I got a live case because I spoke
Have
with electrician yesterday.
Yeah.
He mentioned that the HMO he visit in M18, there's a tenant with mental issue. He kicked out everyone and stopped paying the rent.
I think if I was a foreign investor, if I invested my money in Hong Kong, I would want something nice and simple, not too many headaches, not too many pressures. Somewhere where my money is safe, and one where can I have some rental yield, some percentage profit on the amount of money I've invested, and somewhere hopefully I can enjoy the growth of that particular property's growth in value, so I can pull the money out, whether it's in 2 years or 5 years or 6 years. I think anyone's strategy wants to earn money overnight, wants to earn money in 3 months' time, won't work. You've got to be incredibly experienced to do something like that. So I would, if I was a foreign investor, I would have single buy-to-lets, maybe 3 or 4. Then I would probably do a house where there's maybe 2 flats or 3 flats. And a flat is somewhere where that's self-contained, where the bathroom, the kitchen, the bedrooms and maybe a living area is in one area. I wouldn't do a HMO at the moment. I would do a HMO after you've got 3 or 4 single buy-to-lets, then maybe a couple of flats in one property, and then I would do a HMO after you've got some experience.
係啊，我哋自己都會好主張第一次投資英國物業嘅朋友咧，要真係小心選擇一啲比較容易出租、容易管理嘅物業啦。因為當中好似阿 Nigel 講 ，HMO 涉及嘅嘢實在係好複雜，因為管理嘅租客啊，經常要有換嘅租客啊，咁同埋可能佢哋嘅損耗屋裏面嘅嘢都係好多嘅問題要去考慮啦。咁所以我哋自己做生意又好，我哋自己投資物業好，我哋經常都要問下嗰個客人嘅 portfolio。如果佢真係 first time investor，我哋真係會 advise 會揀一啲比較穩陣係 long term 嘅stable 嘅即係嘅 buy to let single buy to let， 因為都希望最緊要保障自己個本金先，即係各樣嘢，起碼有個租金收入有 cash flow， 之後可能第二第三間我哋會可以提供到其他嘅比較好嘅或者係回報高嘅 property， 例如 HMO， 例如好似啱啱 Nigel 講嘅self-contained flat 都係一個而家好好投資嘅選擇，因為我哋都睇到嚟緊 commercial 嘅 property 將會有好多機會，好多筍盤出現。咁其實 commercial 嘅 property 好玩在佢可以轉做 residential， 當然要符合某啲嘅building regulation 或者係某啲嘅 license 啦。但係我哋都會覺得呢個係我哋嘅 opportunities 咁，但係都係希望大家各位熟悉咗英國個基本嘅即係 property 點玩先，即係一步一步嚟啦。咁我哋希望咁樣長期慢慢買物業儲磚頭，咁真係可以達到自己嘅目標咯。
Views on commercial property because now we're in recession. I see a lot of properties put on the market now.
Yeah, we're in recession. I don't know how you guys are finding it in Hong Kong, but we've got this what we call a COVID virus, and we've had it now since March of this year, and I think it's going to go on for a little while longer. It's an opportunity. I see this recession, some might call it a future depression, as an opportunity. On any declining market, it's only going to go one way. It's going to go up, but that's over a period of time again. So this is a time to get your money ready, which I'm doing at the moment. I'm selling a property, and all my money is going to be invested in multiple properties shortly, as soon as I possibly can. Get ready your money ready, and use the services like B Property Company, who could source a property for you properly. Could either do a ready-made deal where you rent it out quickly and you have the benefit of that rent, and then you sell it in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years time, or you do a renovation, which we can also project manage that property. You've mentioned commercial property, Rebecca.
Yes, I have.
Fabulous. I think there's lots of commercial shops, pubs, restaurants, which are going to come on the market or are on the market now, which normally, most of them aren't converted upstairs. They're normally just empty rooms upstairs. So I would either do two ways. Either convert the shop into another flat, a separate flat with its own entrance, and then upstairs maybe 2 flats or 1 big flat, depending on how big the property is. Or if the area is, it's got a nice high street, but there's 1 or 2 empty properties, but we can see potential, and maybe there's not a flower shop in the road, or you want a convenience store that does, everyday items, turn the shop into a shop again. Because a lot of people who invest a business into a shop will be there for 10 years, maybe 20 years. So that's renting off you for the 10 or 20 years. And then I would obviously do the upstairs to a flat again. So I think there's fabulous growth buying a commercial property. But a lot of people don't look at pubs. Pubs or bars in the UK have a very unique planning application. You don't have to have any extra planning issues converting it into a shop or converting it into little flats, or I call them micro flats, or big flats. So I like pubs. I also like big commercial properties that may be used for offices. We can convert an office into 8 flats. Every conversion depends on how big the property is. So yeah, Rebecca, I think commercial property is very, very it's going to be very lucrative over the next few months and years to come. Yeah, I do.
係啊，我都見到有陸續有啲朋友都有向我哋查詢關於 commercial property 啦。當中其實又係另外一門嘅範疇對比起 residential property。咁但係啱啱 Nigel 都提及到，其實有好多嘅 possibilities 可以去 commercial property 裏面度做嘅。咁當然都要我哋呢度即係點樣可以將佢 convert 做唔同嘅用途，符合翻當地嘅regulation 啊各樣嘢，咁都係一個另外大家可以考慮嘅投資嘅策略咯。因為而家大家可能都係一窩蜂去諗住買 buy to let， 但係有時我見到有啲地方嘅 buy to let 好似真係已經係明顯有啲過高嘅情況，尤其是我哋比較熟悉當地咧。有啲地方係真係唔值嗰個價錢，其實嗰嚿錢可以用得去一啲更好嘅投資項目度咯。咁對我哋 B Property 都希望提供唔同嘅 option 俾大家有選擇啦。咁如果有啲咩更加想向我哋查詢，都歡迎 WhatsApp 我哋咯。我哋希望即係我哋會有諮詢時間可以解答到大家相關嘅疑問，係啦。咁今日就多謝大家收睇啦。Thank you 大家。
Thank you Nigel for coming.
Pleasure.
Thank you.